Hey everybody, I picked up 6 locomotives over the weekend and I figured I'd share them with you. These particular ones, I picked up 3 of them at a train show and I picked up 3 of them on eBay, and they just so happened to show up when I got home today. So I figured I'd show them all to you. The first locomotive was in Norfolk and Western. It's a GP9, I believe, or GP7. It's an Athearn locomotive. Something that kind of caught my eye about it was it had a sticker on it that said that it ran poorly. They only wanted $8, but yet all the handrails and everything were there, so it seemed like a good deal. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the track here. We're going to power her up, and sure enough, I don't know where they got that it's a bad runner, unless maybe it's kind of glitchy when it's slow, because this thing ran great. I was really impressed with how well it ran, and I ended up looking at it a little bit deeper. I took the shell off and serviced it. Couldn't find anything that was a real problem, and that brought it right back to life. This is a GP35. It's an Athearn. It's in the Southern Pacific paint scheme. It came with horn hook couplers, but nothing else. No horn, no hand railings, no anything. But it said it ran really, really well, and they only wanted $10 for it, so I went ahead and picked it up. And you can see here the light does work in the cab, and it moves back and forth really easy. And I noticed too, when I turn the throttle completely off, it does kind of coast to a stop, which is nice too. The next one is an Athearn SD60. Um, this one kind of caught my eye. It's in the Chicago and Northwestern paint scheme. It had all its handrails. It had ditch lights in the front, which I thought was cool, and it has a yard light on top. We'll go ahead and put her on the track and get her going. It does have the Katy couplers on it too, which was nice. And yeah, it didn't really make any noise at all. It crawls right along real quiet. And I'm excited that it's doing exactly what the fella said it would do. And you can't beat that for $25. I think I said it before, but yeah, all the handrails are intact. And they're actually really sturdy. They're not real fragile handrails. The wheels are real clean, and just all around a decent locomotive for sure. Some other things I picked up. These 3 were the ones that came from the train show. Some other things I picked up this Tyco shell. It's all there. That was the important thing, because it's got a lot of overspray on it. I'm going to paint it and make it a something custom. And then this Santa Fe GP9 or GP7 shell, it's made for an Athearn. All the handrails are on it. It's in really, really good shape, so I went ahead and picked it up. That only cost me $1. Both of those shells cost me $1 a piece at the train show, and then this one was $2. This is an E7 or E8, I think, shell in the Pennsylvania paint scheme, and it also came with the mounting screws for it as well. These are trucks for the passenger cars that I have. I've got a few of them that are missing them. So I went ahead and picked this up. This was a great deal. These are Athearn trucks for passenger cars, and it was only $5. And now for what I picked up from eBay. This is a Bachmann GP40. The handrails left something to be desired, what little was left of them anyway. And unfortunately, in shipping, it didn't break the steps, but it broke the couplers. It snapped the couplers off, so I had to put new couplers on it. This isn't the cheap pancake type Bachmann's. This one does have a motor in the center and is 8-wheel drive, and I was impressed. Straight from whoever sent it to me, it does run fairly well. It did kind of cut out just a little bit, but I think with the service, we can get rid of that. We can get that out of it, and it'll run really, really well. The next one here, either a GP7 or 9, this is an Atlas. This is the first Atlas that I actually have added to the collection. The hand railings left something to be desired once again. But this is probably one of the most detailed GP9s I own now. The way the steps come out on the front of the locomotive and on the rear. The way they did do the placement of the handrails, because some of it is in decent shape. I don't have to fix a ton of it. They also have the air hoses that hang down in the back and the front as well. And it came with KD couplers. You'll see that, yeah, I didn't think that would happen. On the shell itself, on the back, the hook is missing, but the two clips that clip it down in the front are still there. So they kind of clip it, but it's not real strong. So I kind of got to watch what I'm doing whenever I handle this one. And this one did have a microchip. It's got a 2.5 flywheel motor. It's got the worm gears on top that run the rest of the gears in the trucks. It's a very well built locomotive. We're going to put it on the track and test it. And I was extremely impressed with this. I barely gave it any power and it went ahead and started moving. It moves real slow. It can move real fast. It doesn't stutter. I think this locomotive, other than getting beat up from being mishandled, I think it was really taken care of. I think somebody got a hold of it probably that didn't have any business having it. Like a kid or something that might have messed the handrails up. But this is the last locomotive, and it's a weathered one. This is a Bachmann. It's the same design as the yellow Santa Fe we saw earlier. It does have all its handrails and its horn. I did notice when I put it on the track that the headlights didn't work, and it should be directional, I think. So I'll have to look into that. But otherwise, I gave it power and it took right off. No complaints here from this one. This one actually ran a little bit better than the other GP40. And all in all, I'm very thrilled with the locomotives I've picked up. They were cheap. They run well. They're very well designed. I know Bachmann has kind of a black eye from the 90s. But I think if you don't get a pancake motor, they did a really good job of making this a good runner. And I appreciate you all watching today. If you have any questions, let me know. If you would subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. I'm a couple away from 50 now, I think. And I'd like to grow this channel out and continue to give you more content just like this.